Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions on Bounce TV and to our World Wide Web viewers on www.sportsvisionsusa.com. Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's going on, player?
Man, I'm good. It's a great time of year. Of course, we got the NBA draft coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're also going to wrap up and talk a little bit about the Isaiah Crowell Youth Football Camp. Did his first annual last week. Also, we got some information out of Atlanta. Danny Ferry has officially stepped down, so we'll get your comments on that as well.
Really, I think, man, he's got a great deal. I think really all things are good with the Hawks and Danny, and we'll talk about it.
All right, all that and a whole lot more coming up next on Sports Visions.
But you said this guy was the best.
Oh, he's a horrible stylist.
What? He's the best at paying claims fast.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Paid mine in just one day.
One day?
Yeah.
Wow.
In just one day, we approve and pay. One day pay, only from Aflac.
Hi, I'm Dale Williams with Sports Visions. And if you want to watch Sports Visions 24/7 or even early before the show, all you have to do is log on to my Sports Vision USA. Just log on YouTube, my Sports Visions USA.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come see us at Express Motors, 1210 14th Street, Phoenix City, Alabama. Or give us a call, 334-384-9101. With hundreds of vehicles to choose from. In-house financing, the right vehicle at the right price for you. We don't want all your business, just yours. Come see us, 1210 14th Street, Phoenix City, Alabama, or go online, www.expressmotorspc.com.
Crown Royal Black. Bold as bourbon, smooth as Crown.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. The NBA has a new world champion, a new commissioner, and of course, we have a new draft coming up. And, I know that the season is just over, but again, a new breed is coming in. It seems to be a very talented class.
Talented class, DJ, and, like you say, they have the lottery. It's like them old traditional teams are really in the lottery right now. But, the number one pick is going to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 2 is going to go to the Lakers. 3, you got 3 to the 76ers. So really some of the old traditional teams are out front, but it's a lot of talent in the draft, DJ, and I think this draft is full of a lot of centers, man.
It is full of a lot of centers, and I know what, when you think about the teams, and we know in any draft, the rich, of course, don't get any richer. It used to be the rich get richer, but if you win, you go to the bottom of the line. If you lose, you go to the front of the line. And thank goodness that Minnesota has another top pick, because last year Wiggins worked out really good for him, ended up being one of the better players in the league. And if they can get another big body in there, I think that can really turn the franchise around.
It's going to turn it around, DJ, and it's been said that, they're probably going to get the Towns kid out of Kentucky or the College Star out of Kentucky. Matter of fact, Kentucky might have 7 people, DJ, coming in the first round. So that's just in the draft alone. But really, like you said, the rich continue to get richer, and when you have a bad year, you still get the opportunity to go real high in the draft. But even the Hawks in there pretty good, DJ. They got They got a 15, they got a 50th pick and a 59th pick, and hopefully they can do something with their pick also.
Much like the NFL, I know that the NBA draft and the process is really detailed, and I know that there's a lot of opportunities to evaluate these players. They do a combine as well. They bring in the top prospects into the prospective cities for workouts, and there's a lot of basketball to be judged. And again, you get them up close and personal. You get them in your facility, and you get an opportunity to go more so than just at the physical. You get an opportunity to find out if that young kid that has done 1 year of college is mature enough to be able to travel with grown men throughout the course of an 82-game NBA season, and that's very important.
That's very important, DJ. That's why a lot of good teams are going to the international player. These guys are well-rounded. They've developed a whole lot better than that college kid that only put 1 year in college. Now they want to come out and come be in the NBA, but they got kids from Spain, they got people from Germany, Argentina, they got players all over. And really one thing about the NBA, they really have shown that they are an international league.
One thing I've figured or seen in the NBA, just the past few months when you see a team like Golden State and what they're able to do without a big man. I don't know if that's going to be the telltale sign of the fate of the league. However, what we do see is, like you said, you find these fundamentally sound basketball players that are being trained up early in Europe, and that's what makes them so attractive, because not only do they have ball handling skills, of course they understand the dynamics of playing defense, and they're always are pure shooters.
Pure shooters, man. You got guys that are, I still always think about Detlef Schrempf. Those are the kind of players that the international players bring in. They're long, they're tall, they're very well, they can shoot. They're basically guards, DJ. Even though they might be 6'9", they still got good ball handling skills. They can shoot jumpers, and really they hold, they're real defensive and fundamentally sound.
I'm going to bring it a little closer to home, because a young basketball player that you and I both had an opportunity to see a great deal of this past year, Dennis Schrader with the Atlanta Hawks, of course, growing up in Germany and playing ball in Europe and fundamentally sound. Here he is, just a young kid, 21 years old, but he has played on a man's stage, in a man's game, and it had a lot to do with the success of the Atlanta Hawks.
A lot of success, and really he developed a whole lot faster than I would have thought he would. I mean, I'm thinking when he came right out of high school, I'm like, hey, this kid got to get some weight on him. I mean, I can't believe he played. He turned that around this year, DJ. He's really a good pick, and I think he's got a great future with the Atlanta Hawks. And I think at the same time, Coach Bud knows about those international players, and I bet you somewhere in that 15, in that 50, in that 59, he's thinking about a kid from overseas or the international player. But they got to get big in the middle, man. They got to get a big body. They got to get a center, power forward, so they won't have to run into those problems that they had during the playoffs.
It's easier for us to talk about the draft, but I want to talk a little bit as we close out this segment about the young men that obviously faced the uphill battle. Again, I can remember Avery Johnson, several years ago. And, again, coming out of Southern University, too small. A lot of folks didn't think that he had what it took. But he's got signed as a free agent. 15 years later, and a successful 2 stints in the National Basketball Association as a coach. This is a guy that defied the odds. There's some other basketball players out there, even though they have drafts, even though they have all the combines, there's some players out there that have fallen through the cracks that'll get an opportunity to have a good career in the NBA.
DJ, there are always some diamonds in the rough in the NBA. They will find them.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We're going to come right back after this.
Sports Vision is sponsored by Aflac, Crown Royal, Express Motors, Diverse Powers.
Scott Sawyer with Diverse Power. Diverse Power wants our customers to enjoy all the benefits that reliable, consistent electric service provides. Our BPI certified technicians offer duct blaster testing of your HVAC ductwork to locate leaks. We also offer a full blower door examination that will qualify homeowners and home builders to meet the new Energy Code building standards. At Diverse Power, we offer innovation through vision, quality through service.
Crown Royal Black. Bold as bourbon, smooth as Crown.
Stop by these locations to pick up your free copy of Sports Visions magazine. Hilton Garden Inn, Chester's Barbecue, and Express Motors.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. It's summertime, and I know several weeks ago leading into the summer, we did a segment talking to the parents, talking to the kids and the coaches about if you really want to get better, and we're talking football players, and we're talking about people who play fall sports. This is an opportunity this offseason, this summer, in this heat. This is how you get better, and I know that more importantly, last week we had a local camp. Isaiah Crowell had his first annual youth football camp in Columbus, Georgia at A.J. McClung Memorial Stadium, and over 175 kids came out between the ages of 8 and 13, and they wanted to get better.
They wanted to get better, DJ, and it's a great age group, 8 to 13. That's when they're young, they're promising, they really want to. You got to find out, and I'm sure the parents love this. You got to find out if your kid is going to be a football player or a baseball player. Whatever he's going to be, he's going to have to develop. You're going to have to get some supervised training. You got to take this kid to camp, as we said a couple of weeks ago. And I think really 8 to 13, that's a great age. They're still growing. They're still interested in playing a whole lot. And really, you'll see what kind of kid you got, player.
Before we really get into some of this message, I definitely want to commend Isaiah Crowell, starting running back for the Cleveland Browns, and Team Crowell. He had his marketing people and his agents in. Of course, Ashley Kern, his marketing person. Kevin and Rob both were here, his agents. But it was just a tremendous show of affection, a tremendous show of support from his volunteer coaches, his old Eastway coaches, as well as a bunch of volunteers that came out and did everything from serve water to serve lunch afterwards. And, this is what this community needs. This is what I know that this community is all about. And even the politicians, local politicians came out to show their appreciation. I know that the city manager gave a proclamation on behalf of the mayor. Calvin Smyrie, as Representative Smyrie, as well as Carolyn Hughley was there, and Elaine Gillespie came out on behalf of Sanford Bishop. So opening ceremonies was official, and it made the the first annual Isaiah Crowell Youth Football Camp official.
Well, really, it was a good look. And, anytime there's a good look, you're going to get dignitaries, you're going to get politicians, you're going to get a lot of people to sponsor. But hats off to the NFL 60 program and Isaiah and his people, for really bringing that camp here. Is well needed. I mean, you probably could have had 300 kids out there, but when you start talking about 8 to 13, hot day, NFL, sponsored event, I think really the cat's off to Team Crowell.
Now let's get down to business. And we like I said, we mentioned several weeks ago going into this part of the this year, summer. Of course, again, you got a lot of free time on your hand, kids, and I know that you don't want to go out and outside and get acclimated to this heat. But the only way that you're going to be the best that you can be is you have to train, you have to work on your craft, and you have to get out there in that heat and do something.
You got to do something, DJ. And really, you want to be safe. And I think really, hats off again. Got to be safe. Got to make sure the kids hydrated, stay off those sodas, Powerade, sports drinks, water. You can't go wrong with water. Even during the summer, get some key times. Yeah, it's get too hot sometime in the middle of the day, but you got to get some of that heat. You got to get out of the house if you're going to get better.
Parents, if you hadn't already gone online and Googled like we wanted you to, several weeks back to find out what camps were available from the University of Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech. There's a lot of camps out there, even basketball camps, tennis camps, soccer camps, whatever it is that your kid is playing. That's you have time. Now, you're right in prime time of the summer. Of course, they're going to go back to school in early August, but you have basically another 4 or 5 weeks to get these kids out there and to get them exposed and to get them some repetitions in whatever sport that they're aspired to play.
That's right. You got to do that. I mean, really, and again, it's very easy for you to go online. Any school that you want to go to send your kid to for as camps are concerned. Just like, you have those little parks and rec camps as a little boy growing up. You can send these kids to camps. It's very affordable and give these kids some exposure. The key is exposure and really competing with people their same age group right now, and even at least give them a vision of where they want to play football. They might want to play football at Auburn. They might want to play football at Georgia. But if you put that seed, sow that seed right now into your son or into your daughter's life, what they're going to do when they get older, they'll never leave from it.
And the bottom line is what you hear us saying and what we're trying to really get across to you is that you don't just get to become an all-star or an elite athlete just by talent alone. You have to work on your craft. You have to get out, get the reps, get the swings in the cage, get the grounders. Of course, get out, work on your footwork, work on your swing. There's so many things, whatever sport that you are, this is the prime time for you to get ahead.
You got to work, and like we say, champions are made in the summer.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Sports Vision is sponsored by Aflac, Crown Royal, Express Motors, Diverse Powers, Hilton Garden Inn, Chick-fil-A, Columbus Tech, Henry's, Chester's Barbecue, ENS.
Hi, I'm Philip Davitt with ENS Men's Clothing Warehouse. We'd like to say thank you, Columbus and the Bi-City area, for 20 great years on Macon Road in the heart of Columbus. We're inviting you out to our 20th anniversary sale with bigger savings and deals than ever before.
To help show our appreciation, ENS is offering complete suit and tux packages only $99. Jackets, pants, shirts, and ties, a $199 value for just $99. Find us on Facebook for details on how to win a suit or tux package. Come celebrate our 20th anniversary. ENS, where you get more for a whole lot less.
Hi, I'm Dale Williams with Sports Visions. And if you want to watch Sports Visions 24/7 or even earlier before the show, all you have to do is log on to My Sports Visions USA. Just log on YouTube, My Sports Visions USA.
Departure, arrival, search, post, chat, check in. New foods, new fun, new favorites. All right, new clients. Don't stop there. Explore, discover, connect, grow, celebrate, work, live, play. At Hilton Garden Inn, we know you'll love our cook-to-order breakfast, first-rate amenities, and award-winning service. So count on us to give you all the ways to make the most of every stay. Hilton Garden Inn. It's better at the Garden.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. In just a few weeks from now, you and I will depart on one of our best trips of the year. Of course, we really look forward to going to Birmingham, Alabama each and every year in the middle of July for the SEC Football Media Days.
Big time SEC Media Days. I mean, it's going to be over 1,000 media that'll get credentialed for this event. See every coach in the SEC, some of the top players in the SEC. Really say goodbye to Commissioner Mike Slive. And at the same time, the new guy, Ken Swanky, he comes in. So there's going to be some new faces around there, DJ. But, you know, we've been going for the last, 10 years. It's been had a great event, great information. A lot of people, a lot of friends and relationships have been built while we've been at the SEC Media Day.
Looking forward to this transition. Of course, you mentioned Commissioner Slive and now the new Commissioner Swanky. I tell you, some big shoes to fill because Commissioner Slive has basically laid the groundwork for the success that we see right now in the SEC, from the SEC network to, of course, the emergence of two other powerful teams coming into the SEC from Texas A&M as well as Missouri, and just a number of great things that Commissioner Slive has done on behalf of the SEC, and the fact that he was a friend of Sports Visions. We're really going to miss that.
We're going to really miss that, DJ, and really, for his bags of goodies, his brag bag is what he called all the accolades that the SEC contributed to the whole country last year. But really, I think the biggest thing was that SEC network piece. That was big. That was huge. It was a revenue builder for it. But one thing we could say about Commissioner Slive, he did everything he said he was going to do. He did it, from the diversity piece, for adding to the academics, making sure Title IX is in effect. And he wasn't just talking about football. He was talking about the whole SEC family of sports.
July the 13th through the 16th, that's a Monday through Thursday. Of course, 14 teams over those 3 days, 3.5, 4 days that will be in Birmingham have an opportunity to not only hear from the coaches, but the two top players. They usually bring in an offensive and defensive player. We also hear from the head of officials, and we get all kind of information that really sets us up for a good season. And I know we even vote on a preseason all-SEC team there. And you get to see all of our great colleagues in the business. They come from all over the country.
Everywhere.
And we'll be right in Birmingham together for 3.5, 4 intense days, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too, DJ. Like you say, anybody in the world of sports will be in Birmingham, Alabama, Hoover, Alabama, to be specific, but really we have a great time. The information that is passed, the people that we see, the interviews that we bring back to you, all the information that we come up with, it is a great opportunity to talk football, and everybody is in a football mode. They really wish the season started during the SEC Media Days.
I know one thing, that the SEC folks did a strategic job of placing these guys over the 4 days. I know Gus Malzahn, for our sake,
right.
we're going to definitely give you all the information about Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, and of course they made it convenient for Gus Malzahn to come on the first day, and of course Marguerite to come on the last day,
yeah.
And somewhere in the middle there, of course, Saban will come up.
Saban be there the last day too, because
yeah.
Saban brings a good crowd with him. Gus brings one, Les Miles brings one, Steve Spurrier, always entertaining. I mean, really, it is a feat to be there. Great opportunity to, to meet and greet some of these coaches, DJ. And every year we've gone, man, we've always brought back new knowledge of what's going on. And we've built some great relationships at the SEC
Absolutely,
Media Day.
And we're looking forward to it. And, we mentioned that the Commissioner Slive was going out and Commissioner Swanky was taking over. But one thing we didn't give enough credit to Mike Slive about is the fact that of the team that he built in the SEC office. Now,
right.
Many of those people are in place. And when you walk into that convention, or if you will, from day one, you see that this first class is they're operating it, and because everybody there has a purpose, He's delegated all the duties. So again, I'm sure that's going to help the commissioner, the new commissioner, when it comes to settling in his job, because he has so many experienced people and so many people that have been groomed and trained by Slive.
He leads a great staff, and it's like this. This thing on automatic pilot now, DJ. Everything that Commissioner Slive said he would do, his vision has definitely come to pass. Picking it up from the Roy Kramer days all the way now to the new SEC. I mean, the media-bound SEC. Really, the SEC is the best conference in college football, and I think you have to give a lot of credit to Commissioner Slive.
And, of course, we mentioned Commissioner Slive. We might be losing him, but we still have our dean, Claude Felton from the University of Georgia, sports information guy. When we were there, he's now an associate commissioner, or at least associate athletic director in charge of sports information and communications. And we look forward to seeing Claude.
I always like to see Claude, wealth of information. Make me think I'm still young again when I see Claude.
All right. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Stop by these locations to pick up your free copy of Sports Visions magazine. Hilton Garden Inn, Chester's Barbecue, and Express Motors.
But you said this guy was the best.
Oh, he's a horrible stylist.
He's the best at paying claims fast.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Paid mine in just 1 day.
1 day?
Yeah.
Wow.
In just 1 day, we approve and pay. 1 day pay, only from Aflac.
For a grand finale, try our 5 new desserts at Chick-fil-A.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. It's now time for our On the Wall segment. And of course, this is the favorite segment that we really enjoy because you email us, you Facebook us, you write us, you call us, you ask us about certain topics that you want to talk about. More importantly, this week, Danny Ferry, the GM of the Atlanta Hawks, has officially stepped down. And, of course, after a lot of controversy over some racial statements supposedly he had made, allegedly, he sat out the season, stepped away. But Coach Budenholzer, of course, took over the reins as the president and head coach. And the Atlanta Hawks had one of the very best seasons that they've had in the history of the franchise.
I had one of the best seasons ever, one of the best records, #1 seed, 4 players in the All-Star game, Coach Budenholzer, Coach of the Year. All this in a storm of controversy. The Danny Ferry piece, I think really both parties are good. I think Danny Ferry, he had an $18 million deal, DJ, and they're still going to honor the last 2 years. I think all is done. They had an investigation while attorney firm to basically just see was there any kind of, just racist. They dismissed all that. Luau Dang situation with Danny Ferry and him have settle whatever they had to settle, and everybody's saying that this guy Danny Ferry is not a racist guy, and they're actually giving him credit for the Atlanta Hawks having a great year and building back that organization and that program. I think it was great that Coach Budenholzer is the president and overall basketball operation. I think that was a good move.
Absolutely, and with everything that you said, I think it was handled with class. Of course, the new owners coming in, again, they deserve to get a clean break.
That's right.
To separate from that. Danny Ferry is going to be okay. He certainly is going to be okay financially. He'll probably have to sit it out a little while, but he'll end up probably back in the NBA. But moving forward, the Atlanta Hawks, and, of course, having Coach Bud as the president as well as the head coach, I think that this is a great move. He's going to have some assistance. Of course, there were some holdovers from Danny Ferry's administration.
That's right.
That's going to support Coach Budenholzer. But at the same time, I think that the Atlanta Hawks have a tremendous upside when you talk about the future of their program, especially with Coach Bud in place. And the fact of the matter is that they were able to to do so well and capture the imagination, because that thing could have went south very, very quickly. However, winning cures all, as they always say.
That's right.
And the Hawks were able to go to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time and do a lot of things that nobody expected them to do. But a lot of that credit goes to Danny Ferry, of course, for putting this team together. But even more credit goes to Coach Bud for holding the ship together, for keeping these players' minds off of that and on the mission at hand. And I'm looking forward to them adding a few pieces.
That's right.
and continue with the great play that they've had.
I think really, ditto to all what you said, DJ. I think really the whole organization handled it with class. The Danny Ferry piece, he handled it with class. He stayed away. He stayed out of the fray. He didn't stir up the wasp nest. He basically just sat there. He did, I'm reading some articles. He did a lot of things that he wasn't able to do, spend time with his family, his sons, his daughter, go see his old teammates play. He had some opportunities to get away, but he said every day, he would talk to Coach Buttonholzer. So really, that guy is still his guy. I think really he'll be more of a confidant and a friend to the Hawks, DJ, than an enemy.
And, of course, last but not least, we always have to give credit where credit is due and throw our 2 cents in with regards to how we're going to continue to get better as the Atlanta Hawks are. And I think that our good friend and former classmate Dominique Wilkins is sitting right there. They've just celebrated him throughout this great season. There's a wealth of basketball knowledge. There's a wealth of personality, and that this guy can do more for this organization, and he's right there.
He's right there, DJ, and I think really they're going to bless him again. They had a great season. The statue unveiling, paying honor to him this year, I think that was good. I think they did that right on time before the old organization left. I think they did the right thing with Dominique, bringing him back in, and it even helps the organization now that Grant Hill is a part of it also. So it's going to be a player-friendly organization, and hopefully we can get some more players.
All right, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and wrap this show up. If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come see us at Express Motors, 1210 14th Street, Phoenix City, Alabama. Or give us a call, 334-384-9101, with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. In-house financing, the right vehicle at the right price for you. We don't want all your business, just yours. Come see us, 1210 14th Street, Phoenix City, Alabama, or go online, www.expressmotorspc.com.
Crown Royal Black. Bold as bourbon, smooth as Crown.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Visions. Man, we had a lot of ground to cover. We covered it in a short amount of time.
Yeah, we sure did, DJ. But, I'm ready for some football, player.
Yeah, we're ready. I can smell the cut grass.
Man, I'm telling you.
What, that's still that heat, though. It's got to get a little bit cooler before me to get too excited.
Yeah, there'll definitely be some night workout going on or early morning workouts. And kids, stay safe, stay out of the heat a little bit, but get up early or do something late in the evening. But don't try to go out there at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you.